Right now on Hoosier News Source, a Greek organization on cease and desist.
And how a new artificial intelligence has scientists and students excited. From Bloomington, Indiana, you're watching Hoosier News Source.
Hello and welcome to Hoosier News Source. I'm Brooklyn Lambright.
And I'm Grace Morocco.
IU placed the Zeta Beta Tau fraternity on cease and desist until further notice because of hazing. It is the second organization placed on cease and desist for hazing during this academic year alongside Theta Chi.
After posting a viral TikTok about the transphobic hate Declan Farley experienced in his dorm, he continues to take charge and is determined to make a change. Hoosier News Source reporter Carly Flanagan met up with Farley at the protest he organized last Thursday.
Declan Farley made waves this past Tuesday, coming forth to take further action against the harassment he received on the IU campus.
I'm not the only one who's experienced this, so I wanted to use this as an opportunity to give other students a chance to tell their stories as well.
Declan and other protesters marched from Showalter Fountain to Sample Gates and ended at the IMU Wittenberg Auditorium, where he, along with many other students, spoke. Declan hopes that IU will take this to make IU feel safer for all students.
I want them to know that IU does care, but I can't make them care. So that's kind of the purpose of this protest, is to show them you need to care.
Many students attended the protest, and the fact that others showed up meant to Declan that there can and will be change.
No matter how many people show up, it's going to be powerful. It just takes one to make change.
The university did not respond to the protest. However, Declan's following keeps growing as he now has over 24,000 followers on TikTok.
Artificial intelligence is beginning to shape the way students are using technology to complete assignments. But is ChatGPT more than just a tool to quickly write a 500-word essay? I caught up with IU students and faculty to hear their understanding of ChatGPT and the future it offers for AI.
What is ChatGPT? Recently, students, faculty, and parents alike are hearing all about the newest chat box.
ChatGPT is accessible to anyone with internet access. After a quick Google search, students can access the system, but first they must make an account with OpenAI, the company who founded ChatGPT. After they've made an account, students can use ChatGPT's chat box to enter a prompt, and the AI will do the rest for them.
The idea of these chatbots is not something new. I think what is very new is just the fact that they're working so much better. And with ChatGPT, it's just kind of amazing how versatile it is, because you can ask it to write poetry, you can ask it to write essays, you can ask it to write computer code and lots of other things.
Systems like ChatGPT are beginning to worry some who see it as a way for students to obtain an easy A. While systems like ChatGPT can craft very human-like answers, not every student is using it to cheat.
See it more as just to get the outline, basically, of what you want to write, and then you still put your own words in it. You just get the order of how to write it, and then what you can write, but everything else is in your own words.
ChatGPT is raising bigger questions among the computer science community about what makes interesting writing, and how do we as humans create writing that differs from AI.
We're going to have to start thinking about what is interesting writing. If a computer can write things for us, what is the extra part that makes it be interesting and creative? What is the extra part that human beings add to this equation?
But just like any other system, ChatGPT has its flaws. It has been known to confidently give misinformed answers, and it brings to light the lack of diversity in the AI industry, which leads to biases within the system.
We get to decide as a society, as a country, as a world, how the technology will be used. And the thing that I worry about is not that the robots are going to take over and do the apocalypse. I worry about us relying on these systems in ways that we shouldn't rely on them, to trust that the information that they're generating is always right.
Overall, people who have known about technologies such as ChatGPT are excited about the wave of possibilities it has to offer. This type of technology is another step forward in the future of AI.
People who have known AI for a long time and are really invested in it have known about its power for so long, and now that's getting into the public eye because of ChatGPT. That's a really good thing for people to understand what tools they have at their disposal.
OpenAI, the founding company of ChatGPT, is in the process of creating a program that will work to detect if an AI system, such as ChatGPT, has been used by a student on a writing assignment. This type of technology could help teachers better identify when students have used AI to cheat.
The family of an Illinois boy killed in gun violence in the late 70s is investing in a study of gun violence at IU's School of Public Health. The Meisenheimer family's donation will eventually establish the Meisenheimer Center for the Prevention of Gun Violence. Otto Meisenheimer was killed in a shooting at an arcade in Mount Prospect, Illinois in August 1977. Bob Nolan, the executive director of development for the School of Public Health, said, quote, "Gun violence is an important public health issue. This generous contribution will provide the resources to allow our school to focus on the public health aspect of gun violence and is a fitting tribute to the memory of Otto Meisenheimer," end quote. Anyone who wishes to support the creation of the Otto Meisenheimer Center for the Prevention of Gun Violence may contact Nolan's office. Now for the latest on this week's warmer weather. Quentin Condra is here to tell us what to expect. Quentin?
Thanks, Grace. Due to that high pressure system that came through yesterday, our temperatures during the day today are going to reach the lower 50s, sadly bringing that dreary cloud cover with it, turning into some spotty rain showers around lunchtime, continuing throughout our day. But I see a break around 8 o'clock tonight, with those clouds sticking with us throughout the night, bringing some windy conditions for the following day, when the women's basketball team takes on Iowa this Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Getting ready for the game, we'll see our highs in the low 50s, with some wind gusts ranging from 25 to 35 miles per hour. But I think by the time the game starts, we'll see that high pressure system pass us and give way to some less windy conditions, but keeping that cloud cover with cooler temperatures by the time we're walking out of Assembly Hall. For the rest of our week, we'll see those cooler temperatures creep back into our forecast, allowing some potential for a rain-snow mix on our Friday. This weekend, getting cool with those lows in the upper 20s to the upper 30s, but sunny. Monday, we'll start the week with those temperatures getting back into the 50s, with some potential afternoon showers on Tuesday. Stay dry, stay warm, Hoosiers. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Quentin. Coming up on Hoosier News Source, several IU faculty members received a prestigious award.
And how IU students are trying to better themselves through a viral internet challenge. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Hoosier News Source. Shelby Brown joins us in studio with the latest on international news. Shelby?
Thanks, guys. On Saturday, a U.S. fighter jet shot down a Chinese balloon off the coast of South Carolina. President Joe Biden issued the operation because military advisors suspected the balloon carried Chinese spyware. At 2:39 p.m., a single missile successfully struck down the giant balloon. Now, it has been confirmed by the Chinese government that the balloon was theirs, but they are saying the aircraft accidentally traveled into the U.S. airspace. On Monday at 4:17 a.m., a deadly earthquake struck through Turkey and Syria, killing over 4,300 people. The earthquake started off with an initial magnitude of 7.8 and later followed with aftershocks up to 7.5. The epicenter of the earthquake was located in the southeast region of Turkey in the Gaziantep province. Even people from Lebanon and Israel felt tremors because of the intensity of the earthquake. This natural disaster only lasted for a duration of 1 minute, but left an ugly aftermath, with potential survivors buried under the rubble. Recent reports found that the world is currently producing the most single-use plastic waste in all of history. Previously, governments worldwide had announced a ban against common single-use products such as plastic bags, balloons, straws, you name it. Nevertheless, our attempts to stop this extensive use has failed, and governments around the world are now taking action. The United Nations Environment Assembly has agreed to construct the first ever treaty to stop global plastic pollution. That's what's going on around the world. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Shelby. 5 IU faculty members are now fellows in one of the most distinguished associations for scientists and engineers. The American Association for the Advancement of Science named 505 scientists in their 2022 class of fellows. The 5 IU faculty members' names are James Glazier, Leonie Moyle, Mary Murphy, Irene Newton, and Zio Feng Wang. Their fields of study range from engineering to microbiology to data privacy. They are now fellows of the AAAS for life and bring the total number of AAAS fellows associated with IU to 138.
A new year means that many are setting health goals for the coming months. One viral health challenge, the 75 Hard, is gaining attention on social media. But is it really the healthiest process? Hoosier News Source reporter Carly Rasmussen got the details. Carly?
These are the daily requirements of the 75 Hard, a mental and physical health challenge meant to improve the minds and bodies of participants. But some professionals question the challenge's intention.
The name 75 Hard implies that being healthy is difficult, and it shouldn't have to be.
IU sophomore Meg Gandhi attempted the 75 Hard last summer in an effort to feel good, but she quickly realized that the 75 Hard was living up to its namesake.
2 workouts a day, I think that was a bit too much for me. I like to work out, but I only like to work out once a day. Also, following a strict meal plan with no cheats, that was almost just making me unhappy.
Meg ended up participating in the challenge for 2 weeks because the time commitment for the 75 Hard was, well, hard.
Congratulations if you can spend 75 days working on you and nothing else. But for most of us, it's just not practical, reasonable, or even possible.
Trends such as this one make it seem as if everyone needs intense exercising and dieting in order to achieve their health goals. But Dr. Keith would disagree.
Exercising 45 minutes indoors and then 45 minutes outdoors almost sounds like a risk of overtraining to me.
And so that's what Meg did. She cut out the parts of the challenge that made healthy choices feel like a chore and instead began to focus on comfortably improving herself.
But I didn't keep up with 2 workouts a day, following a strict diet because, it's life, you gotta eat what you want.
For Hoosier News Source, I'm Carly Rasmussen reporting.
Carly now joins us in studio for a bit more detail on this. We mentioned earlier that this has started to gain some popularity on social media.
Yeah, so it's actually really interesting. You see a lot of influencers kind of documenting their own journey with this via TikTok mostly. But I think, that's the danger with it. It kind of sets these unrealistic expectations. You're not really sure if people are actually doing it or what they're showing.
Definitely. I think they could easily record all their videos in one day and claim that it was a span of multiple days when really they weren't working out every single day.
Exactly.
And really, social media is kind of dangerous in that way that, we see the great aspects of it, but we aren't seeing the days when they're really struggling to complete the challenge.
Yeah, so I will be interested to see if this trend continues to grow, as you get people spring break body, summer body, that kind of thing, or if it starts to kind of fall off the face of Instagram and TikTok.
Thanks, Carly, and thank you for watching this week's episode of Hoosier News Source.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at IUSTV News. I'm Grace Morocco.
And I'm Brooklyn Lambright. From Bloomington, Indiana, we'll see you next time.